Hey everybody, it's Andie here from Mudra Metta Wellness, and I have for you a short practice which is going to be great for releasing this muscle right here, the top of the shoulders. So if you feel the bone, your collarbone here, and then there's another bone just behind here which attaches to the shoulder blade, there's a muscle in between here. And if that's tight, this practice is going to help you to release that. So what you're going to need for this practice is 2 bolsters and a strap. Okay, so you can just place those off to the side. We'll use them in a moment. What we're going to do is we're going to start with a little bit of breathing. This is a pranayama, which is just going to help us to become relaxed, get into the present moment, and start to let go here. So just come to a nice comfortable seat, maybe sitting on a block if you prefer, if that's more comfortable for your hips. Just come to a straight spine and close your eyes, breathing deeply through the nose. We're going to start to count the breath. We're going to inhale for a count of 4. We're going to hold the breath for a count of 4. And then we're going to exhale for a count of 8, extending out the exhale longer than the inhale. And then we'll repeat. So we'll start by just letting go and begin. Inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold the breath. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale. 2, 3, 4. Hold the breath. 2, 3, 4. And exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale. Hold the breath. Exhale. Inhale. Hold the breath. Exhale. One more time. Hold the breath. And exhale. And you can release the breath, allowing it to come back to its natural rhythm. And then, when you're ready, you can slowly start to drop the chin down to the chest. And rolling side to side very slowly, continuing to breathe as you move. And as we move through our practice today, your focus is going to be on keeping the shoulders relaxed, keeping the shoulders down, drawing away from the ears. But at the same time, we're going to draw the shoulders back. Imagine your shoulder blades squeezing towards each other and then dropping down your ribs, down the back of your body. So there's lots of space in the neck and in this part of the shoulders here. Okay, and the next time your head comes over to the right, you can stop here. Take your right hand and just rest it here on the side of your head. If you feel any pain, As always, back off a little. Shouldn't feel any pain here, just a nice stretch here in the side of the neck. One more breath here. And then release. Rolling back down, over to the other side. Bring your left hand up to the side of your head. Just relax that arm. Feel the stretch in the right side of your neck. One more breath. And then release. Coming back to center. All right, on an inhale, we're going to reach the arms up over the head, keeping the shoulders away from the ears. And then on an exhale, we're going to come into cactus arms, squeezing those shoulder blades together as if you can hold a pencil between those shoulder blades, making your way down. Inhale all the way back up. Exhale, cactus arms, squeezing those shoulder blades together. Inhale one more time all the way up. And exhale down, energy all the way into the fingertips, squeezing those shoulder blades down and back. Coming back to center. Take a breath here, relax the shoulders. And then we're going to bring the hands behind us, just a little bit behind your bum. Your fingers pointing forwards and your knees come out to the sides. We're going to inhale here, lengthening the spine. And as you exhale, lift the hips up, send your head back, keep your arms straight. Feel a nice stretch into the front of the shoulders. Allow the head to relax back. Take one or two more breaths here. And then as you exhale, bring the hips back down to the floor, come off of your hands and roll the shoulders back. Okay, we're going to come onto our hands and knees into a tabletop position. So you want your wrists to be under your shoulders, your hips to be under your knees. We're going to slightly warm up the spine with a little bit of cat-cow. So on an inhale, we're going to arch the spine, lift the head. And on an exhale, we're going to round the spine, allowing the head to drop down, looking towards your belly button. Really focus on rounding in the lower back here. And then on the inhale, leading from the front of the chest. And exhale, round the lower back as much as you can. Inhale, arch the spine, arch from the chest. Draw the chest forward, draw the shoulders back. One more time, round out the lower back. And then coming back up, exhaling back to a neutral spine. You can wiggle it out here. Coming down to a child's pose from here. So send your hips back to your ankles. Drop your forehead to the floor. Once again, make sure there's lots of space between the shoulders and the ears. Take a breath or two here. On an inhale, starting to move forwards. And what we're going to do is kind of come into a half chaturanga, bending the elbows here, dropping the chin in between the hands, keeping your elbows tucked into your sides. And then pushing back up. On an inhale, exhale back into child's pose. Drop your forehead to the floor. Take a breath here. Inhale, come forwards. Exhale, drop your chin between your hands, engaging the triceps here, chin to the floor. Inhale, pushing back up. And exhale. Send your hips back, child's pose. One more time. Inhale, coming forwards. Exhale, drop the chin between the hands, tuck your elbows into your sides. Inhale, coming back up. And exhale, dropping back to your child's pose. Rest here, rest your elbows, maybe a little wiggle side to side. Breathing deep. From here, we're going to come forwards, coming down onto our bellies. We're going to come into our locust pose from here. So to come into that, we're just going to lift the hips, sliding the hands under the hips for support. Resting your elbow down. And then on an inhale, we're going to lift the head and lift your right leg. Continuing to draw those shoulder blades back and down, engaging in the middle of your back. Exhale, lower back down. Inhale, lift the chest, lift the head, lift your left leg, draw those shoulders down the back. Exhale, release. One more time. Inhale, right leg comes up, shoulders back, chest is lifted, neck is long. Exhale, release. One more time. Left leg. Inhale, draw the chest forwards. Really engaging into that lower back. Lifting the left leg and exhale, back down. This time, we're going to lift both legs and the chest, continuing to draw those shoulder blades back and down towards your middle back. And then exhale, release, lift the hips to release the hands, and coming into your crocodile pose. So resting your head on the back of both hands, elbows out to the sides, shaking out the hips. Okay, from here, we're going to come into a shoulder stretch. So we'll start with the right arm coming out to the right side. Bring your left hand under your left shoulder. Turn your face to the left. Inhale here. And then exhale. We're going to push into the left hand at the same time that you roll over onto your right side, walking the right fingertips away from you. So you're opening up that shoulder as you create more space. Your left leg comes up and over, resting on the floor behind you. If that's kind of hovering in space and not reaching the floor, you can also bend your knee and bring it onto the floor if that's more comfortable. So either keeping that left leg straight or bent as you like. We'll take 3 more breaths here. And then coming back to center, back to your crocodile pose, resting your head on your hands. And then coming to the other side. So extend your left arm out to the left side. Your right hand comes onto your right shoulder. And turning your head to the right side. Inhale here. Exhale, push your right hand into the floor, rolling over onto your left side. At the same time, walking those left fingertips away from you, opening up in that shoulder and resting your right leg behind you. I'll take 3 deep breaths here. You can also extend the stretch by bringing that right hand behind your back. One more breath here. And then coming back to center, back onto your belly. Finding your crocodile pose. And breathing here, wiggling out the hips to reset. Okay, we're going to come back into that cactus arms, but from a different position. We're going to engage a little bit more into those lat muscles in the middle of your back. So we're going to first reach the arms out in front of you. On an inhale, we're going to lift the chest, lift the arms, coming into a Superman pose. And then as you exhale, once again, we're going to come to our cactus arms. Your legs can come up off the floor, squeezing those shoulder blades down your back. Inhale, reach forwards, and exhale, squeezing those shoulder blades together. Inhale, reach forwards. Exhale, squeezing back and down your back. Inhale, reach forwards, and exhale, back to your crocodile. Take a few deep breaths here. And then from here, you can bring your hands under your shoulders, push back into your child's pose. Once again, take a few deep breaths. And from here, you can come back up, making your way back into a seated pose. All right, from here, we're going to windshield wiper the knees, the legs. So bring your hands behind you, your feet out in front. They can be about mat distance apart from each other. And we're going to draw both knees to one side, looking to the other. And coming back to center and over, twisting the spine. And always drawing those shoulders back and down, creating lots of space between the shoulders and the ears, drawing those shoulder blades towards each other. Breathing as you move. And coming back to center. All right, we're coming into cow face pose, or a version of cow face pose. So we'll start by sliding the left leg underneath the right. Right leg comes on top. Now this might not be accessible for everyone. If it's not accessible, you can take the bottom leg and extend it out in front of you. That's also a great option. So either with one leg bent or two legs bent over top of each other with the right leg on top. All right, so we're going to come into cow face legs with eagle arms to begin with. So the right arm is going to swing underneath the left, wrapping the arms around each other, bringing your palms together if you can, or just the backs of the hands together can also work. And once again, we're going to try to draw the shoulders down away from the ears. So you're going to feel a big stretch in the back of your shoulder blades. And then at the same time that you draw the shoulders down, lifting the elbows slightly up so that the bottoms of the arms are about parallel to the floor. Breathing here. And then if it feels okay, we're going to lift up and bend forwards. Feeling a real big opening up of those shoulder blades. At the same time, you're trying to draw them back towards each other. They're also being stretched out. I'll take 2 or 3 more breaths here. And then coming all the way back up to a straight spine. Once again, draw the shoulders down. Lift the elbows up. And then release. Rolling the shoulders back. Okay, keep your legs where they are. You might need your strap for this bit. We're going to take that right arm over the head. Exhale, bend the elbow. And then reach your left hand behind your back, drawing your fingers towards each other. See if you can grab a hold of your fingers to hold on. If you can't, you can grab your strap. Just sending it behind you with that right hand. So holding on with the right hand. Grabbing the strap. It'll be opposite now. Grabbing the strap with the other hand and just inching your way towards each other until you can feel that stretch. Okay. So, wherever you are, feeling the stretch, holding on here, and once again drawing the shoulders down, away from the ears. Take 3 deep breaths. And release. Okay, roll the shoulders back, and then we're going to switch. So this time your right leg comes underneath, your left leg comes on top, and maybe you can extend out that bottom leg if that's difficult. Starting with our eagle arms, your your left arm is coming underneath this time, wrapping the hands around each other, palms together or backs of the hands together. Inhale to lift the elbows, draw the shoulders down, feel that stretch, feel that opening up in the shoulder blades. And then exhale, bending forwards. Finding a nice cozy little nook so you can stay nice and comfortably here for 3 breaths. And then inhale to make your way back up. Lifting the elbows, shoulders come down. And then release. Roll the shoulders back. This time we're coming into our cow face arm. So reaching your left arm up to the sky, bending the elbow, sending it back behind. Your right arm comes behind you, grabbing the fingertips together if you can reach. If not, grab the strap in your left hand, dangle it, and grab the other end, reaching towards each other until you feel the stretch. Breathing deep. One more breath. Release your arms. Roll the shoulders back, creating lots of space here. And then you can release the legs. From here, you can just come to any comfortable cross-legged position. You can also extend your legs out in front of you if you prefer. All right, we are going to come into a reverse prayer. So, this position, but with the arms behind. So, there are 3 options to get there. The first one, the easiest one, is just to reach your hands behind you, grabbing a hold of your opposite wrists. If that's enough of a stretch, then you can stay there. If that feels okay, you can scoot your hands more towards the elbows, maybe even holding on to the opposite elbows. Wherever you are, drawing the shoulder blades together, back and down your back. So avoid this. Extend the neck, extend the shoulders. Or if that feels okay, you can try to come into reverse prayer. So bringing the palms together. And once you're there, see if you can push the index fingers towards each other, closing those palms. And then at the same time, once again, drawing the shoulder blades back and down, always creating that space between the shoulders and the ears. Let's take 3 more breaths. Wherever you are, and then release. Shake out the arms. Okay, from here, we're going to come into Janu Shirshasana. So you can extend the right leg out in front of you. Bring your left foot to your inner thigh. We're going to bring the right hand behind your back and reach the left arm up to the sky as you inhale. As you exhale, reaching forwards, reaching towards the outside of your foot. So as you lean forwards, we're also drawing the right arm back and down. So the shoulder blade draws back and down. So we're going to avoid the rounding of the spine, trying to keep the spine straight and trying to keep the shoulder down. Breathing deep. If you can't reach your foot, no problem, even if it's just your knee. The most important here is that right shoulder, keeping it back as you lean forward. Take a few more breaths. And then coming back up, switching your legs. Extend your left leg out. Your right foot comes to your inner thigh. Left hand comes behind the back. And inhale the right arm up to the sky. As you exhale, reaching forward, hinging at the hips, drawing the left shoulder back and down. As you come forwards, maybe just to your ankle, maybe just to your shin, but continuing to focus on that left shoulder as you bend forwards. Breathing deep. And then release, coming back to center. And from here you can grab your blocks. The blocks are going to come onto the sides of your hips. I recommend 2 blocks that are the same, and I recommend setting them to their second setting. So not their lowest setting, but the middle one. Both your legs extended out in front of you. What we're going to do, we're going to press into the blocks, lifting the hips up off of the ground. And as you do that, once again, we're going to draw the shoulder blades back and down. Just engaging here, those muscles that draw the shoulders down. Keep breathing here. And coming out. Take a breath, release. As we engage those muscles that draw the shoulders down, it releases the muscles here that bring the shoulders up. So you can't engage 2 opposite muscles at the same time. So as we engage here, we're releasing those really tight muscles here. Once again, inhale and exhale, pushing into the blocks, lifting the hips up, drawing the shoulders back and down. And release. Take a break. And last time. Inhale. Exhale, pushing into those blocks, lifting the hips up, draw the shoulders back and down. And release. Okay. Now we're going to take those blocks once again, and we're going to place them towards the back of the mat in a T shape. So once again on the second setting. So the first block is going to go on that space between the shoulder blades. We're going to lie down here in a minute. So we're just placing it so that it's not digging into the lower back and not digging into the neck, right in between there. And then the second one is going to be for the head. It might be about 1 hand distance between the 2. So what we're going to do, holding on to that block so we can place it nicely along the spine, and then resting your head on the second one. You can keep your legs bent or straight as you like. And the idea here is once again to Draw the shoulder blades down, away from the ears, towards your back, towards your middle of your back. And your neck is going to stay nice and long. So you can use your hands to lift the back of your head, lengthening your neck, and then placing the head back down on the block. Then open up your arms to the sides and allow the shoulder blades to drape down on either side of the block. Trying to avoid, if there's any natural shrugging of the shoulders, just draw those back down, maybe scooting the shoulders down again if that's happening, so that your neck stays long. And your shoulders keep drawing away from the ears. If it feels good, you can start to sweep the arms over your head and back down. Moving in and out, always being aware of where the shoulder blades are. Avoiding any crunching in the neck. Just keeping that neck nice and long. We'll take another 3 or 4 deep breaths. You can stay here as long as you like, as long as it feels good. And when that feels complete, you can start to lift your chest. Remove the blocks from behind you and make your way down into Shavasana. So extending the arms and legs nice and wide, palms to the sky. And once again, draw the shoulder blades down and back. The shoulder blades come towards each other and down towards your lower back. Breathing deep and releasing any tension anywhere in the body. Staying here as long as you like. And you can slowly start to make your way out whenever you feel ready, but just allowing yourself enough time to bring this practice into completion. Thank you so much for your practice. Namaste.